Do you remember where you were 17 years ago? I do. I was a 17-year-old teenager sitting in a bedroom with zero responsibilities, completely hooked on a game that felt like a whole second life. It was 2009. At the time, DDO was barely 3 years old. The level cap was only 16. And right here, inside the Lobster Tavern, something wild was about to be born. His name was Tukaw Arak, a warforged, 2 paladin, 2 rogue, 12 sorcerer. At the time, if you were a warforged caster holding a great axe trying to join a group, people straight up declined you. You were a joke. I mean, the endgame was serious at the time. If you applied to a shroud group, you needed to link your portal and harry beaters, basically weapons that broke the damage reduction. So people laughed at this joke of a build, until they saw him fight, in an era long before physical resistance rating existed, when damage reduction was everything. Tukaw barely took any damage. He swung a great axe, absorbed hits, used a torque to turn enemy attacks into spell points, and healed himself back with Reconstruct. He was crushing people left and right here on the floor of the Lobster. It was the first time a true construct hybrid conquered DDO, and it set off a chain reaction for years to come. So, what is a Tukaw-like build exactly? Let's break it down on the drawing board. It has to be a construct, Warforged or Bladeforged now. It has to wield melee weapons. It must be able to take an absolute beating. It must have high self-healing, and it can solo content when nobody else is around. Many would take inspiration from Tukaw. Legend after legend followed. In 2010, Sir Gog gave us the Soul Survivor, a warforged melee favorite soul that could fight with the melees, heal the raid, and even tank. Then came Hake's Juggernaut. That wasn't just a build, it was a full-blown phenomenon. Half my server was running that melee artificer build. Entire 12-man raids of just juggernauts smashing through content. Over 1,000 forum comments, just imagine. Years later, ZVD created the Vistani Match robot. Nearly 100k views on the forum. A beast of an artificer build that still excels in this day and age and that I've played many lives of. The Tukaw bloodline never died. Even today, if you look on Moonsea, you'll find players carrying names like Zuko, a quiet head nod to a build from 17 years ago. For me, Tukaw represents a time when life was simpler, but life changes. We grow up, responsibilities stack up, and somewhere around 2015, I took a long break from DDO. I was finishing my studies, getting my first job, moving to another country. When I finally tried to come back years later, my account was gone, hacked, password changed, 20,000 hours of my life, my achievements, my character history vanished. I was heartbroken. I refused to start from scratch. Every single year for almost 7 years, I would log onto the support portal and submit a ticket to SSG, hoping for a miracle. Every year, nothing. Then came an evening in June 2023. I don't know why, but I booted up the client, logged into the Orient server, and I created a fresh level 1 character, a barbarian. I wasn't planning on staying, I just wanted to hear the music from the game, see Kortos, walk through the harbor, and maybe see someone that I would recognize in the online characters. A few minutes in, still in the harbor, a random player walked up to me. He stopped, he opened the trade window, and without saying a single word, no hi, no welcome, no nothing, he placed stacks of starter potions in the window. I remember this like it was yesterday. There were some haste potions, there were some healing potions, there was the bull strength potions from the marketplace, and some restoration. I hit accept. I swear this is true. That tiny act of quiet kindness from a total stranger changed everything. I thought, okay, he gave me some potions, maybe just one quest. Then 2 quests, then hitting level 2 for the first time in so many years. That life, I played a barbarian. Fast forward 200 past lives later and 3 years later, and here I am, still playing a barbarian. My build crafting days of spreadsheets and math are mostly behind me. I don't have the time to theory craft like I used to, and definitely not the knowledge to do it. But I love browsing the forums for fun concepts. And then I saw a post by Spartan Killer, the Optimus Prime. And something about it just clicked. Maybe it was because I hadn't seen anything like it before. Maybe it was the way it felt like Tukaw's descendant. But reading it, I don't know, it made me remember the excitement, the defiance, the fun, and I thought, I have to try this. Now, wait a minute. Spartan's build is a pure 20 barbarian. How can a pure barbarian be a Tukaw-like? Where are the sorcerer levels? Well, let's check out our drawing board from earlier. So clearly a construct, no question about that. Clearly wielding melee weapons, in fact war armor, and absolutely smashing its enemies' skulls. It does have 400 PRR and around 8k HP in Reaper with barbarian defenses, so I think you'll agree it can take a beating alright. And knowing that you have nearly 0 dodge means that you are always taking a massive beating. It has 300 heal and repair amplification, more often than not lots of temporary hit points, around 8k total, and absolutely massive self-heal buttons. So yeah, I think we can tick that box. It can definitely solo stuff, maybe not as fast as pure melee or ranged, but well enough, and from low levels to legendary content, it played great through everything I threw at it. I've got another video up of this build soloing Vision of Destruction in Reaper 1 in 34 minutes, so not too bad. And finally, the elephant in the room. Does it have spellcasting ability? Well, okay, no sorcerer levels here, but it runs Draconic Incarnation in Epic Destinies, and you can cast Well Raged. In my book, that kind of counts as magic. Now, where does Optimus Prime sit in the current meta? Is it a Reaper 10 soloist monster? Well, let's be honest, on a tier list between a swim speed build and an S tier Reaper 10 inquisitive range build, it probably sits in a very happy middle. High-end Reaper 10 content demands absolute specialization. It kind of reduces build diversity because you need hyper-focused tanks, healers and DPS. But for hard raiding, Reaper 1 to 4, and absolutely solo fun, Optimus Prime shines and is super fun to play. I'm not making builds like I was 15 years ago, but this way is my way of giving back. Thank you to Tukaw for inspiring a whole generation of players in 2009. I hope you're doing okay. Thank you to the Random Harbor player in 2023 who handed a fresh level 1 character a stack of potions and showing me why I fell in love with this game and why it was worth coming back to with a fresh set of eyes. Thank you to the incredible community who makes amazing builds, to the developers who built the gear optimizers, the DDO builders, and the wiki maintainers. And thank you to Spartan Killer for making, testing, and sharing Optimus Prime. If you want to try Optimus Prime yourself, I've put Spartan's build link in the description below. Gear-wise, I've put a link to a more recent gear layout, even if the original Vecna gear layout works amazingly well still. Update 81 made this build even stronger, with the 2 strength of arm feats that give temporary hit points based on your melee power. It's crazy and makes the build even more survivable. And the random guy on the internet that I am wants to leave you with a thought. DDOs evolved over the years. We've changed, and that's okay. because the game's always been about us, about having fun, about learning, connecting, sharing, and sometimes giving money to SSG. A bit of that as well, to keep the lights on. And if you don't believe me, maybe you will believe this old Greek guy, Heraclitus, who said that the only constant in life is change. So keep your nostalgia close to your heart and be kind to others. Keep sharing, keep helping new players, and keep having fun.